Hey guys, so today I want to go over the Part 2 banner to the 6th anniversary on Global Dokkan. So we're going to be getting pretty much the same thing that JP had, which is this LR17 and Golden Frieza card, as well as the LR17 and Universe 7 card. Similar to the past two anniversaries on Dokkan, it's going to be a, I think it's called a top legendary summon banner over on Global. So it's going to have two new LRs on it. This is what the banner looked like on JP. Total of 12 featured units. Obviously, these two LRs here are the new ones. And then you have like 10 other not really great units on here. But what I wanted to do is go ahead and break down what banners we have yet to receive on Global that JP has received. And then also talk about the units themselves on the banner here. So the first thing I want to do is sort of take a look at the timeline, the sort of, preemptive timeline, sort of timeline that we think is going to happen. Again, just keep this in the back of your mind. They could always change this. It does not have to be set in stone the same way that JP had it. So it could, is subject to change here. But this is the only banner we know for sure is coming when it is going to be coming. Right? This is coming in like 2 days, right? In fact, I think the data is actually in DBZ space already. I think we can go even look at it here. Schedule, can we check? No, actually, okay, let me just change it to global here. Is it? No, it's not. I think it is confirmed though in the news that this banner is coming out on the 25th, which, I'm recording this video on the 23rd, should be in 2 days from when this post was created, or when this video was posted. Right here. Okay, here we go. It should tell us in the news that this banner, right here. Sunday the 25th from, I guess that's, what is that, 9 p.m. PST or something. So this is coming in 2 days, this banner. So we know for sure this is coming. The next banner that should be coming out, again, which is subject to change, is this Videl Dokkan Fest. So this Videl Dokkan Fest, this banner pretty much should last until, this banner's coming out on July 25th. I imagine it will probably... Actually, did it even say in the news? I keep closing it out, but I should just leave it open. I imagine it's going to be like August 10th or something. Let's see. August 9th. Okay, so this banner's up till August 9th, which is when the Videl banner, I think, should be dropping. So Videl's banner should be up like August 9th, exactly when that banner goes away that we just looked at. And the banner itself is this. I mean, I don't know if they're going to keep it the same. They might take off Bojack for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta or something, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I don't personally think the banner will change at all. I think it'll just stay the same. But, this is the banner that should be coming next after that top Legendary Summon banner on August 9th. After this, we do not know what banners are going to come out after this, but it is going to be the worldwide celebration. I'm assuming they keep it the same date as they did for the past like 3 years in a row. So last year for the worldwide celebration, we received the STR Vegito and the physical Boo Tanks that transforms into Buhan. So those are probably what I would consider to be the second most hype banners of the year. Not counting the anniversary. I mean, well, second in line to the anniversary banners. To me, that is the most hype celebration of the year because it is at the same time as JP, so we can all celebrate it together. It's the first time either version is seeing the celebration, either version seeing the characters. Everything is brand new. So to me, that is the most hype celebration of the year. I do think the 6-year anniversary banners are generally better because Global gets tickets and all those other perks. But because the worldwide celebration is going to be a shared celebration, generally what they do is they omit the special tickets that Global generally gets because JP doesn't get those and they don't want to be unfair, I guess. So that is going to come out, I assume, whenever the Videl banner goes away. I think Vegito last year came out around August 29th. So that is when I would expect to see, whatever we end up getting for the worldwide celebration this year. I think one of the predominant theories in terms of what people are speculating for that is going to be some sort of fusing Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and a transforming Sin Shenron into Omega Shenron. That to me seems like the most, most popular theory among players right now. There's also a theory that we might get some kind of movie-related stuff. There could be a Saiyan Saga thing. We don't know. Bottom line is we don't know what's coming out for that. But whatever it is, it's going to be hype. So keep that in mind. Then after that, we are probably going to be getting the Kid Gohan banner, the Dokkan Fest Kid Gohan banner that comes out alongside Garlic Jr. also. So they are both on this banner. So whenever the worldwide banners go away, that is when we should expect to get this Gohan banner and Garlic Jr. So probably sometime in like early October. So we have a long time before this comes out. But then after this, we really don't know what's going to come out next, because generally what happens is we get, like, you know, these Dokkan Fests, and then I assume whatever banner JP gets next is what will come out after Gohan. Because the only other banner we know is going to come out is this one. This is the Gogeta banner, the LR Dokkan Fest Gogeta banner, you know, fusing Goku and Vegeta Angel, which is the Tanabata celebration for JP, which typically comes to global during December, the end of the year. This is like the sort of Christmas/New Year's banner for global, which, you know, right now the banner currently live on JP is the LR Janemba banner, which is the one that comes directly after this. So New Year's for global will probably be this Tanabata celebration banner featuring the LR Gogeta, and then after that will be the Janemba, if they want to go with the same timeline that JP had. But in between this Gohan and this fusing Gogeta banner, we don't really know what we're going to get. I assume we're going to get at least one Dokkan Fest in between these two banners here. Whatever JP ends up getting next is probably what will be in that slot there. But that's pretty much what we see is going to come out from this point forward, pretty much until the end of the year. So this is pretty much the next 5 months of releases we know in advance for global. Again, we don't know the details of the worldwide celebration. We don't know what banner's going to come out in this slot in between these two banners, but I mean, that's pretty much what we're gonna see here. But going back to this banner, and then whether or not I recommend summoning on this banner. So let's just take a quick look here. So we have the two new LRs, which we'll talk about in a second. We have this 17, who I would say is not great. We have this STR Frieza, who's definitely aged a lot, would say he's not great. We have this GT Frieza, who I would say is not great. We have this Tech 17, who I would say is not great. We have this Tech Frieza, who I would say is probably not that great. This guy's pretty useful, defensive wall, but other than that, he's kind of mediocre. This Tech God Goku, well, Tech Blue Goku, I guess, recently received an Easy A, but I would still consider him to be not great. This guy's not great. This guy's actually probably one of the better units on this banner, and so is this guy. I think amongst the non-LRs that are featured here, these guys right here, these two, are probably the best two units on this banner. I'd probably say Goku's the best out of all of them, but I mean, he's 4 years old, 5 years old even, maybe now. So, yeah. I would say that this banner is pretty terrible once you look at all the units that are featured here. Keep in mind, those thank you tickets that we've been getting pretty much over the course of the anniversary are going to be usable on this banner. This banner is going to drop alongside a ticket version where you can use those thank you tickets to summon. So, I mean, I think we'll get probably around 20, maybe a little bit less than 20 tickets in total by the time this banner comes out in 2 days. So, I mean, that's 2 free multis. That's pretty decent. But in terms of the actual 2 new LRs that are coming out, so we have the LR Golden Frieza and Android 17, as well as the LR Android 17 and Universe 7 team here. These guys, before we even get into what they do, these guys are specifically designed to be used on the reps of Universe 7 category. So clearly the entire celebration up until this point was themed around this category, right? The reps of Universe 7 category. There is enough units on this team to be able to run the team effectively without needing these 2 characters, right? There's actually, like, if you ask a lot of JP players, like, what their favorite builds of this team, the reps of Universe 7 team is, a lot of people don't even include these units on there. So while they're specifically designed to be used on the reps of Universe 7 team, you don't need these guys for the team to be really good, right? You already have, like, the 2 best units in the game, UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta, on the team. You take a look at everything else you have here. I mean, you have this guy who's about to get his EZA, one of the better support units in the entire game, right? You have the LR Master Roshi, who's about to get his EZA as well. One of the best free-to-play units, if not the single best free-to-play unit in the entire game. You have the Master Roshi and Tien, another free-to-play unit that's about to get their EZA, one of the best free-to-play supports in the entire game. Goku and Frieza, if you guys have been able to obtain them, they've been out for multiple years at this point. They're about to get their EZA, one of the best units in the entire game after they get their EZA. You have 17. I mean, you have a ton of options for this team, specifically from this anniversary, right? Roshi and Tien, this Goku, they're all free, and they're all exceptional on this team, and they're all from this anniversary. I mean, UI Goku's EZA. I mean, there's so many units here that are just like, you don't need these characters, right? But they are really good on the team, right? Well, let's first take a look at this Goku, not Goku, the Frieza and 17 here. So These guys are a Joint Forces or Universe Survival Saga leader. So, I mean, Joint Forces, right, I really wouldn't call them a great lead for the team. Every single lead we've gotten for this Joint Forces team, right, we have them, we have Kale and Caulifla, we have the Goku and Vegeta. None of those characters, I would say, are really needed as a leader for that team. That team really needs like a support type leader to tie everything together with all the LRs that they have. But this unit, let's take a look at what their kit does. Attack and defense 70%, great chance of launching up to 2 additional attacks, plus an additional attack and defense plus 7% up to 70%, and key plus 1 up to 7 with each attack performed. Then they reduce damage received and raises chance of performing a crit by 7% with each attack performed within the same turn. I would actually say that this unit is a little bit underrated. After seeing what a lot of people have to say about this unit since they've released on JP, I think they're pretty underrated because whenever you have a unit that is doing additional normals, right? These 2 additional attacks, it doesn't say they can be super attacks, so they are guaranteed to be normal attacks. Whenever you have a unit that is guaranteed to do normal attacks, a lot of people overlook how much damage that actually adds to what they're doing. So, for instance, if these guys are hitting for 4 million, right? Their initial attacks, that's 4 million. I would say that 4 million is definitely not like a crazy high number for an attack stat these days, but it's not bad. You're adding like 2 additional attacks that are hitting for like 800k each, which is going to add 1.6 million to that number. So you're basically hitting for 5.6, and they can crit. So it does add up to a lot more extra damage. So also they're going to be obviously building up over the course of the fight here, getting extra key, damage reduction. I mean, this unit is definitely not bad. The only thing I will say is, again, they're very, very specific for the Universe 7 team, or even just the Universe Survival Saga team, because of the fact that turnaround of power, shocking speed is basically all they have. They don't have really anything else that you can use them with on other teams, right? They're only in Universe Survival Saga representing Universe 7, Joint Forces, and Battle of Wits. Are you really going to use them on Battle of Wits? Probably not. I would probably say you wouldn't use them on Battle of Wits because there's just better options for that team. The team is absurd, right? SCR Vegeta's leader skill. Toughest Nails, Brainiac, Solid Support. I mean, Solid Support is very easy to activate on the Reps of Universe 7 team. You have so many units that have that link. Brainiacs and Toughest Nails might be a little bit tougher to activate, but I mean, Toughest Nails, I think, like God Topo, you can use that on the Universe Survival Saga team to link up with them. That would be pretty decent. But this unit, I think, is a little bit underrated. I wouldn't really call them necessary for the team, though, and that's, something that I think is going to make people's decision to summon or not summon on Spanner a lot easier. Next, we have the Android 17 and Team Universe 7 unit. This is a unit that I feel like is a lot more effective on the Reps of Universe 7 team, whereas this unit, you can use them on Reps of Universe 7, but you can also use them on just the simple Universe Survival Saga team, right? And then they could also be good. This unit, I don't even think you want to use them on the Universe Survival Saga team. I think you really want to specifically use this unit on only the Reps of Universe 7 team, which we'll see in a second. So their passive is attack and defense plus 70%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 70% when there are 5 or more Reps of Universe 7 category allies on the team. So they're getting an extra 70% for the team specifically being built around this category. So if you're not using them on this category, they're not going to be even close to as good as they could be, which means you probably shouldn't be using them at all. Then they get an additional 70% attack when key is 22 or more, and then they get 2 additional key per Rainbow Key Sphere, and then they get an additional 7% crit per Rainbow Key Sphere. So they're kind of like, this part of their passive kind of reminds me of LR Blue Goku and Vegeta a little bit, but they are very, very dependent on this category. So if you're not going to run them on this category, you might as well not even run them at all. But the one thing I do want to mention about this unit is their leader skill. And their super attack effects. Well, let's look at the leader skill first. So Reps of Universe 7 category key plus 4, HP attack and defense was 150%. This category, after this anniversary celebration has concluded, has so many LRs, right? So let's just say you want to use this unit as your leader, right? You have them as your leader. You have Goku and Frieza with their EZA. You have LR UI Goku. You have LR Evolution Blue Vegeta. You have the Blue Goku and Vegeta LR. So that's 5 LRs. You could throw the LR 17 and Golden Frieza on there. That's 6. So that's 6 LRs. Your whole team is LRs. I mean, you could do that. That wouldn't be a exceptional build for the team. I mean, you also have like STR UI Goku as well. So there's 7 runnable, summonable LRs on this team here. I mean, you could even run Roshi too. That's 8. So there's really 8 usable LR units for this team. An extra 2 key from a double, 17 leader, assuming you can find a friend, is definitely going to make a difference for a team that's built like that. So I feel like this guy, you know, one of the things people don't really mention about them is their leader skill is actually pretty good. So their super attack effects are also really interesting, is because this right here, they raise allies' defense by 30% for 1 turn on their 12 key super attack. And then the 18 key super attack, they raise allies' defense by 30% and chance of performing a critical hit by 7%. So they're fulfilling like a pseudo support role in that first slot there. I mean, this is pretty much telling you, hey, put this unit in the first slot because you're going to be getting this buff for the rest of the rotation. The one thing I don't really like about that is you really, really want to put this guy in slot 1. This guy is meant to be a slot 1 unit, and this is a unit that, you know, really also wants to be in slot 1. So they're sort of competing for that slot on the same team. And so that leads me to the conclusion that there's really 2 builds you can make for the Reps of Universe 17 once this character comes out. There's a team build you can make around the 2 LRs that came out in part 1, right? UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta. And there's a team build you can make around this character and Goku and Frieza, right? This character is a really, really good unit to use alongside Goku and Frieza. They link up really well. They share solid support, shocking speed, tournament of power, fierce battle, and legendary power. That is 5 links. And the only links they don't share with Goku and Frieza here are going to be Over in a Flash and Experienced Fighters. But Experienced Fighters, you can take a look here. Guess what? Guess how many units on this Reps of Universe 17 have Experienced Fighters? You have Master Roshi and Tien, which is a very, very powerful free-to-play unit that's about to get their Easy A on this team. You have 17, I think. Does 17 have Experienced? Actually, maybe he doesn't. This UI Goku is Experienced Fighters. Once we get the same name update, you can even run this UI Goku on the team alongside the STR LR one if you want to. But this guy's crazy once he gets his Easy A. This guy has Experienced Fighters. So both of these really good support units that you want floating around on your team that are going to support, you know, the categories of that these units are on, all have Experienced Fighters. So that link is very easy to activate there. So assuming you have a rotation with this 17 and Team Universe 7 as well as Goku and Frieza, like 90% of the time, you're going to have 6 out of 7 links active with this unit, right? Actually, I think this Goku even has Over in a Flash, doesn't he? No, actually he does not have Over in a Flash. Okay. Damn, that's a shame. Okay. But yeah, so they're going to have 6 out of 7 links active with Goku and Frieza here most of the time if you run him on rotation with the 17 and Universe 7, which is an extremely powerful rotation because they're also going to be getting an additional 30% defense from this as well as 7% crit. Plus, once they get their Easy A, they're a defensive monster. Plus, they get extra ki every turn, so the ki's not going to be that much of an issue. They are crazy, this unit right here. And as long as you have solid support active, you're going to trigger their entire passive because this link being active alone lowers the enemy's defense. And once they're Easy A'd, they no longer need the enemy's attack to be lowered. They can also have their defense lowered, and it will activate their passive here. So these 2 guys together, I mean, so what I'm getting at here is my recommendation to summon on this banner is how much do you want to run this rotation? This is the main driver behind me saying you should summon or not. Generally, I would say this banner is probably not good enough to summon on. It's just, yeah, all the other units that are not the LRs are just not good enough, right? We have Worldwide coming up, the biggest celebration of the year, in my opinion. And then, you know, other than that, we have, you know, ample time to save for Gogeta. I've seen a lot of people saying they're more hyped for Gogeta than the anniversary. If that's the case, then go ahead and skip this banner here. You got a lot of time before this comes out. You got like 5 months to save up for this, which is, you know, you're going to have a decent amount of stones by the time that comes around. But again, I don't know if I would say to summon for this character. This character is kind of just like there. They're not really helping the team as much as you would think, but they are good. I think they are underrated, this unit. I think the main allure of this banner is being able to really, really take advantage of Goku and Frieza's Easy A by pairing them up alongside the 17 and Universe 7. These 2 together are ridiculous rotation. So that is my recommendation. Again, I'm not saying to summon or not. That's what I would say. If you're interested in running the rotation, go ahead and maybe throw a few multis at it. But if not, I'd probably say Worldwide is going to be a much better celebration to spend your stones on. That's what I would say there. So at the end of the day, it's your decision. Hope you guys have a good second half of your anniversary. There's going to be more stuff coming out too. I just recorded a Easy A UI Goku showcase against the God of Destruction event, so look forward to that video. We're going to be doing summoning videos on this banner here. I'm definitely going to be trying out both these LRs. I'm definitely going to pull both. So we'll be doing showcases on them in multiple different events there. But hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you all in the next one.